Tony from CassetteComeback.com. So, if you watch this video here, you can see if you read the comments that a lot of you were not satisfied with it because, well, let's be honest, the Denon deck that I use seemed to be having some sort of problem with the auto calibration. And even though at the end, the last Fuji I tried did sound a lot better than the Type 0 cassettes, it still didn't calibrate it right. So you're all masochists out there. Well, not masochists, I'd say more psychopaths, because you really want me to trash a really good deck by running all this sandpaper Type 0 through it. But what can I say? This is a progressive channel that cares and listens to its subscribers. So I'm going to now butcher my dragon a bit by putting these tapes in. Well, to be fair, I think the headwear, etc., that these sort of tapes creates, it takes a long time for it to cause any actual problems. So I think I'll be safe. But anyway, let's go through it. I'm not going to do all of the tapes. I'm just going to do 5, the 5 probably most talked about ones. But to begin with, I'm going to set a control. So this is going to be my control tape, BASF Sound 1. I love this shell. This is my favourite all clear shell. It's just so solid. I love the texturing on it. Yeah, this is a beautiful shell. I love getting BASFs in these. Now, I've already calibrated up the Dragon for this tape, and this is the laugh about this. You're going to be sitting there a long time. You wanted it while I calibrate up all these other tapes, but basically, yeah. Let's just look at how this is calibrated and look how stable and steady this BASF is. So, test tones coming. So there's a level, nice and stable. And there's a bias, nice and stable. Now, you are going to get background noise in this video because I want to talk while I'm doing this. So, I say nice and stable, and it's just gone down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. The tape's all nice and set up. So I'm going to use the same track as I did last time, which is King Khan and Silence. So let me just fire that up. Bear with me. Okay, let's have a record and listen to how it sounds on this control tape. Incidentally, I'm not going to push them. I'm going to try and record them at 0 maximum.
It's starting to begin. Hear the words we were meant to sing. Close my eyes. I feel where we are.
Right, listen to the source.
We can run all night till the dawn, till the dawn. We light it up.
Back to the tape.
Like the stars, no more fear of hiding. Stay where we are. We're the ones. We can break the silence.
Back to source.
Can break the silence. We can break the silence.
Back to tape. Okay, so that's a pretty solid job for, you know, a basic entry-level ferric. So let's now do some of the ones like this horrific stained high-tech. Let's see if the Dragon can do anything with this. So test tones are coming. Let's see how this compares to the BASF. So the level is massively down, as to be expected, and the bias is virtually non-existent. So let's see the best we can do. Now this is an apt time to talk about bias adjusting, because some decks have bias fine, where it's only a small amount that it differs from the internal calibration. so it doesn't have the massive, oh, hang on, oh, hey, hang on, here we go, we've almost got the bias in there. Let's have a look at the level. Level's still off. Let's see if we can turn that, right, the level's at absolute maximum now in the Dragon. I can't get it to do any more level. Whoa. Like I say, it's all over the place. That's the best we're going to get it. The level's nearly there. The bias is nearly there. But like I was just explaining there, some decks say bias fine, and it's only a small percentage of the internal calibration. Whereas like the Dragon, it's almost full spectrum calibration. So let's record this now and see how it compares. So this is a high tech. Right, let's go. Okay, that's distorted as hell compared to the source. Right, let's turn the level down. Let's see if we can get anything with a bit better.
In the distance, I can see all the things that we can achieve. Are you starting?
Let's go back to that bit with the beating again, bear with me.
Tonight?
No. No, I'm sorry. Even the wonderfulness is the Dragon can't do anything for this tape. This is... No, I'm sorry. It's not for music. You know, voice, I guess, but let's have a see. Let's move it up a notch now into something that I thought might have been good, the pyro. Let's see if we can turn this into a decent sounding cassette now on the Dragon. So let's calibrate this one up. Test tones coming. Right. Right, level's massively up, so that's a good sign. We can turn down the level. Okay, let's have a look at the bias. I shouldn't really have that playing in the background because you can hear that, right? Bias. Okay, it's just adjusting the head alignment. Okay, so we've got just about the bias there. Level just needs a touch more. Oh dear, like I say, you wanted it, you're going to have to wait for me to fiddle around to get this trying. Oh, you see, it's not stable, it's going up and down. If you look, the bias is down now, so let's tweak it a bit more and then go back again, and then let's have a look at the level, and then it'll probably drop again. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see the level's dropped, and you see now it's, you see, we're never going to get it perfect. That's what I mean, the BSF was pretty stable. This one, oh, it's going it's all over the place, but anyhow, we're nearly there. Let's have a listen to the same tune again and see if the pyro can make a better job of it.
Till the dawn, we light it up like the stars. No more fear of hiding. Stay where we are.
Something to the source.
We're the ones, we can break the silence.
I'll go back to the tape. Back to the source. Turn it down just a bit. Back to source. Okay, so the pyro, it didn't. I started to hear distortion around 0 really when the beats kicked in, but it's usable. You know, it depends. In a pinch, you could put music on that. I mean, like I say, this is an old cassette. It could just be age that's caused that, but I don't think this is a Type 0. This is usable. It's nowhere near high fidelity really, or as good as a D or anything, but it's usable. It's not trash. If you've got some of these and, you know, you're giving it to people that might not be listening on top-end equipment or they're listening on boomboxes and stuff, then I think this is a fairly acceptable tape for that. So, yeah, Pyro, okay. Right, let's go further down the barrel now and let's get, the ITN. So, test tones are coming again. Let's have a see how the ITN does. Okay, levels are low compared to the... Let's crank that up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get that. That's as high as it goes. Let's have a look at the bias. Oh, bias. Oh, bias is high. And it's all over the place. Let's wait for the azimuth to level itself. Okay, well, the bias is there. The level's high. Oh, hang on a second. We might be able to tune this one in. Oh, no, it's all dropped now. Right, the level's as high as it's going to go. The bias... Right, okay, so... That's as good as we're going to get it on this ITN, so... Let's go back to silence again and let's have a listen to how it sounds. Oh, a lot of dropouts, isn't there? It's very dropouty, that. Back to source. Back to the tape. Source. Back to the tape. See if we drop it a bit. You can really hear the dropouts here. Yeah, that's enough of that one. I mean, it sounded better than it did in the Denon, but no, I don't think I'll be using the ITO for gifting to people that I like. So let's try this leader, and this leader was the one that I thought should maybe have worked better because, you know, they're a distributor, the shell feels a bit more substantial, maybe they wanted to make a good product and the Denon just wasn't up for it. So test tones again. Okay, this has got a lot better levelling than the ITN, so that normally means it's a better tape, so we can turn the levels down. So look at the bias. It's all over the shop. Right, okay, hang on. Okay, yeah, alright. Ooh, left channels all over the place. Up and down like a bride's nightie, but okay. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it, but we're virtually there. It isn't very solid and stable, but could be age, but yeah, oh, we lost left channel there. Yeah, left channel's going up and down a lot, isn't it? Okay, that's about as good as we're going to get it. Let's have a listen to this one. Let's get the levels up to 0. This is a source. Right, this is a source at 0. Tape. Source. Back to tape.
In the distance, I can see all the...
Okay, so the Denon might not have done the best of the tapes, but it's proven consistent because when I used the Denon, I said that this leader and the pyro were probably the best two sounding, and so far it's the case here. Again, like the pyro, you wouldn't put a master recording on that you wanted to keep forever or impress somebody else, but yeah, you know, it was kind of usable. You know what I mean? It didn't sound that bad. You know, not a massive amount of dropouts, but again, age could be playing here. But yeah, that was all right. And now we hit the bottom of the barrel, the Maxim. Incidentally, I want to show you something shortly on the TOTL, so let me just let's spice this one up first. Test tone's coming. Okay, not as tragically bad as like the high tech, but let's see what we can do. Okay, I mean, it is unstable, but it's there at 0. We've sort of got the bias. It's a bit all over the shop, but it is what it is. Okay, let's try this again on the Maxim.
Starting to believe that tonight it was meant to be. Close my eyes, I feel where we are, where we are. We can
Let's go over to the source.
all night till it dawn, till it dawn. We light it up.
Back to the tape.
Stars, no more fear of hiding. Stay where we are. We're the ones. We can break the silence. We can break the silence.
Back to the source.
We can break the silence.
Back to tape. Bit of distortion there. Turn it down a bit. Does it sound better? Yeah, again, it's a mixture of distortion and dropouts. Like I say, no. So, just to be thorough and make sure that it's not deck head caking, let's put this BASF back in and let's recalibrate it for this. So, test tone's coming. Oh yeah, take the levels down a lot. Even just calibrating, you can hear that it's not got the dropouts and all that. But like I say, a lovely stable tape. Look at that. Rock solid on the bias. Rock solid on the level. So let's just play a little bit more just to show that it's not a fluke.
Where we are, we're the ones. We can break the silence. We can break the silence. We can break the silence.
Okay, this is the tape. Let's go to source. Back to tape. Okay, so yeah, that sounded well. So the heads aren't caked in crap. The other sounds from the other tapes are what they are, and that's the thing. You know, these sound ones aren't an expensive tape, and this sounds a lot better than any of the other ones. But let's go back to the chair for a little bit of a conclusion. Right, so there we go. Now, I just wanted to mention this one, this TOTL. Now, I haven't used this all the way through. I just recorded that little bit and went, ugh. But if you remember, the tape, can you see the bottom? It's all ribbed. So, just out of curiosity, I'm wondering, well, did my Denon do this? Or Is it just that they've released this tape with zero quality control that's fully ribbed? So let's have a little wind and see if it gets any better. And as you can see by the way it's wavering all the way through, that there's either something in the shell that's ribbing it, or this has been slit badly and it's ribbed all the way through, because look, it's all ribbed. You know, we stop it there, we can see it's all ribbed all along. So these really are trash. At least the other ones weren't ribbed. But as for the rest of them, yeah, I mean, the Denon might not have done as great a job as the Dragon did. And I mean, you know, these two, to be fair, if I'd got these back in the day and I was just using them on my boombox, which was low quality anyway, these probably would have been alright if they were cheap enough. But I mean, were these significantly cheaper than, say, buying a TDKD or a Max LLN or a Sony, you know, CHF or something? Would they have been? I don't know. But right now, they're semi-usable. Yeah, they're a Type 1. These three, no, they're full of dropouts still. They're still full of distortion when you try and crank them up, but they really are crap tapes. And the Dragon, God bless it, I mean, you know, it says a lot about the Dragon that it actually made them sound half usable, but it did pick up on all the dropouts. But yeah, there's a reason why, and a lot of people are going to go, "Arr." There's a reason why a deck is called a Dragon Killer, because it's the one to beat. And like I say, even though it didn't manage to make these all sound fantastic, it did a better job than the Denon, and I'll be fair there. But the bottom line is, like you've been saying in the comments, these are just, you know, quirky. Collect them because they're time capsules. They look like nothing else. You're not going to see anything like this ever again. But for God's sake, if you're going to record music on them, transplant something out of a TDK-FE or a used tape that's okay. Don't try and make good recordings on these, because they really are poor. Except these two. These are alright. Okay, don't forget Sunday the radio show. Please tune in or go and listen to it on Mixcloud. But again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And until the next video, happy taping. Except if you're taping on these. Okay, bye-bye.